வெல்கம் டு மில்லினோவேஷன் யூடியூப் சேனல். இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம சேனல் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். ப்ளீஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். Now we are going to see about the age of Chaucer. Introduction. The age of Chaucer covers a period of glaring social contest and rapid political change. It was essentially an era of unrest and transition. It is characterized by a noticeable departure from medievalism to an era of rational inquiry and critical understanding. It marks the beginning of a new language and literature. The following characteristics distinguish this period. An era of transition, the growth of nationalism, Black Death, famine, and social unrest, the corruption of the church and reformation, the dawn of new learning.
Background of Age of Chaucer.
Chaucer was born in tumultuous period of social, religious, and political change. The spirit and romantic idealism was at its climax, but the change from medieval to modern was slow and imperceptible. Yet, England was characteristically medieval. The strange amalgam of love, war, and religion reached perhaps its fullest development at this time. Literature changed from oral to written. Focus shifted from the text to reader. Reader was given more importance than writer. Value of self-expression and originality are upgraded. English established as literary language by adapting, translating, and imitating Greek and Latin texts. Feudalism, chivalry, and church were on their decline. This age was remarkable for the growth of national spirit. There was a striking awareness of unity of customs, temperaments, and language. The East Midlands speech became the language of capital and universities. French and English amalgamated to form Standard English. Influence of the church was on the wane. Political, intellectual, and spiritual influence had diminished. But in the reign of John, legislation was working to nurture the growth of national consciousness. Black Death, famine, and social unrest. Natural calamities increased the sufferings of common people. Black Death, followed by famine, wiped out one-third population of England. The age of social unrest and economic troubles, laborers became unsatisfied with their salary. Efforts were made to keep the laborers under control with the help of legislation. The French wars led to cost heavy burdens of taxation. Conflict between King Richard and his subjects resulted in endless disorder and confusion. The corruption of the church and Reformation. Church was the seat of power, prestige, and influence. They lived in a godless and worldly ways in the wealth and luxury. Clergy were ignorant and careless. Superstitions became social evil. John Wycliffe, the morning star for Reformation, who challenged the authority of the Catholic Church. The Loulard movement was the first important opposition to Catholicism. Who wrote religious pamphlets and complete English version of the Bible. Religious reforms. Pilgrimages were common during the period. Religious reforms opposed church on grounds of idleness and laxity. This age also called the dawn of new learning. The age of Chaucer, the medieval habits and traditions still in practice. Study of the literature of classical antiquity. not for only art but for moral ideas of ancient Greece and Rome. Their works were influenced by humanism. The sense of beauty, the delight in life, and the secular spirits comes in practice. People love ancient Greek philosophers and their philosophy. During this age, England passed through the journey of medievalism and come to the beginning of the modern world. It was the world of medieval, also the world of coming Renaissance, excited by the new ideas. Life of Geoffrey Chaucer. Chaucer is called also the father of English poetry and the greatest English poet of the medieval ages. He first gives the importance of nationality and national importance. He is not the poet, he is also an author, philosopher, and alchemist. Chaucer also maintained an active career in the civil service, bureaucrat, courtier, and diplomat. He traveled in Flanders, France, Spain, and Italy, where he observed various types of manners, and fashions, which highly influenced him for his literary creations. Chaucer was born in London around 1343. Precise date and location of his birth remain unknown. He is the son of wealthy London vintner, that means wine merchant. He educated in St. Paul's Cathedral School and later at Inner Temple, where he studied law. In 1357, he became a courtier, diplomat, and civil servant. In 1368 and 78, he was sent to France, Geneva, and Florence, where he influenced by the works of authors like Tande, Boccaccio, and Froissart. His early important works, the translation of Romain de Los, the Book of the Duchess in Middle Period. So his important works are House of Fame, the Parliament of Laws, translation, Consolation of Philosophy, Thales and Cressida, the Legend of Good Woman. The Canterbury Tales was written by Chaucer's last period. Salient features of Chaucer's works: gift of storytelling and descriptive power, use of musical element, personal touches, charming, humorous, clearly philosophized, softness in narration, perennial interest in humanity, happy world, essay in pain and perplexity, but no agony or rebellion. Conclusion: the age of Chaucer was an extraordinary period in the history of English literature. Geoffrey Chaucer symbolized the Middle Ages. He came early under the influence of the French dream allegory, especially the extremely popular Roman de Rose. Italy offered him the example of Tande, Petrarch, and Boccaccio. He also focused to a large extent on the contemporary English society and its manners. He set the stages for the English Renaissance and introduced a new method in the literature. For all his contributions, he is often justly called the father of English literature.